Hello everyone. Hope you enjoy this video. So I run a small business with one of my ex-classmates from college. My family situation is a bit complex, but in short I have a much older half-sibling. This means that my nephew is actually closer to me in age. Given the family dynamic, we were never super close, but my nephew is a cool guy. If nothing else, has always been very professional. So it came to be that through circumstance he came to work for me, dealing with the business side more, while I'm more into the creative part. 4 years ago, his girlfriend Lisa was graduating from college and he asked me if I could give her a job. I said I was not willing to offer that, but that I'd take her on for the summer at least. It's busy for us, and she can look for a job during. 4 years ago, his girlfriend Lisa was graduating from college and he asked me if I could give her a job. I said I was not willing to offer that, but that I'd take her on for the summer at least. It's busy for us, and she can look for a job during. Long story short, I really liked working with Lisa and I kept her. Now about a year ago, my nephew and her broke up, and almost immediately started dating someone else. I could see he was not really happy working with his ex, but then Corona happened. We obviously took a financial hit, and some people, including her, were on temporary unemployment. That's a thing in my country, but if we survive I'm planning to take my employees back. My nephew became aware of this and asked if I couldn't use this as an opportunity to lay off Lisa entirely. I refused, and found it atypically unprofessional of him. Lisa is a good employee with a good work ethic, and also works well with me. We click as people, which is important in a small business. I have trained her and letting her go now would be a bad move professionally, as well as a personal betrayal. My nephew argues that as he would have to see her almost daily, this would impact his work. I quite frankly thinks he needs to suck it up and be professional, especially as he was the one to bring her in. AITA, NTA. Your nephew did not think about this at all when asking you to let her into the company, so he's now suffering as a result of his own actions. Laying off Lisa just because your nephew can't stand it is a form of nepotism, something he's trying to use as an advantage. NTA. My nephew argues that as he would have to see her almost daily, this would impact his work. I can't tell if this is supposed to be a threat on his part, but it certainly seems ill-conceived. If you don't do what I want, I'm going to start being a shitty employee. Why would I want to keep you in my employ, then? Surprised Pikachu, NTA. You may have initially hired Lisa on his recommendation, but she's proven herself as an employee, and her work should be judged on that basis. If he can't see himself remaining professional around her, then he should be using this opportunity to seek new employment, and hopefully learn a thing or two about not mixing business and romance in future. NTA. The ex is a good worker. It will be vindictive to fire her because she is no longer dating your nephew, right? Also, I'm picturing this conversation happening in a lawyer's office. So, why did you get fired? Again? Because I stopped sleeping with the owner's nephew. I am not a lawyer, but that seems like it would bite Op in the butt very hard. NTA, Op. Fire your nephew if he can't be professional and thinks putting your company at legal risk over his feelings is a good idea. NTA, keep Lisa, fire the nephew. The fact that he would approach you with this outrageous demand is a red flag. Also, it's illegal I believe to fire someone for their personal life etc. NTA. What kind of message would you send if you heeded your nephew's request? Especially since Lisa hasn't been making waves in your workplace despite that breakup. If anyone should be laid off it's your nephew, though I understand why you wouldn't be in a hurry to do that either. NTA. If you fire Lisa because your nephew is uncomfortable working with his ex, that's wrongful termination. She could sue you. If your nephew does anything to create a hostile work environment for her, that's sexual harassment. She could sue you. If your nephew doesn't understand this and if he doesn't behave like a mature professional, He's not a good employee, regardless of his work product. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe. Please. For me.